Luke Macfarlane is spilling the tea about his holiday movie earnings, including whether Netflix or Hallmark Channel paid better. "You were in, was the paycheck bigger?" Daniel Tosh asked Macfarlane during a recent episode of his Tosh Show podcast. Macfarlane succinctly replied, "Smaller." The actor, who played Michael Urie's love interest in the 2021 Netflix holiday film, has been a Hallmark staple since 2015. Earlier this year, Macfarlane appeared in Notes of Autumn and Catch Me If You Clause. "So, I've had sort of overall deals with I'm gonna commit to 5 Christmas movies or 5 movies. But I can't work for any other networks and they can't be holiday-related movies," Macfarlane explained, noting he could sign onto single all the way at the time because that was outside of my deal. After host Tosh, 48, asked if Hallmark pays well, Macfarlane nodded and confirmed that his rate goes up for successive projects. "It is a nice thing," Macfarlane added before dropping a surprising truth about network residual checks. "They have to air a certain amount of time before you start getting any money. As you know, they air them a lot. So if you end up doing one of the ones that hits and is popular, it gets aired more and more. So you eventually get residuals." Tosh specifically asked if Macfarlane has seen any residuals come in for 2018's A Shoe Addict's Christmas, a movie he made with Candace Cameron Bure. "I don't know if I've gotten," Macfarlane coyly added. Elsewhere in the podcast episode, Macfarlane noted that he was nervous to work with Cameron Bure for the first time in A Shoe Addict's Christmas. "But she could not have been more lovely," he added. Cameron Bure was another Hallmark mainstay before she opted to leave the network for Great American Media. In a November 2022 interview with WSJ magazine, the Full House alum praised her new TV home's commitment to showcasing traditional marriage on screen. Cameron Bure, who has frequently stressed her conservative values over the years, has since apologized for her comments. "She has a lot of gay friends," Macfarlane added to Tosh, noting that they never discussed his sexuality while filming A Shoe Addict's Christmas. Macfarlane was further asked if he has a preference filming intimate or romantic scenes with women or men. "I don't know, it's acting," he said on the podcast. "It's not that weird, I don't find it that uncomfortable. The most uncomfortable I got was right before the kissing scene when my female lead asked me, 'Do you get the feeling in your tummy when you kiss a woman?' I think she was feeling anxious because she gets the feeling. And she wanted to know, I got the feeling to make her feel better. It was a little irky." Luke Macfarlane is looking back at meeting Candace Cameron Bure when they co-starred in a Hallmark Channel movie. "I will admit that I was nervous to work with her," Macfarlane said during a recent episode of the Tosh Show podcast. "But she could not have been more lovely." After host Daniel Tosh quipped that Cameron Bure probably doesn't approve of Macfarlane's lifestyle. As an openly gay man, Macfarlane noted that it did not come up in conversation. "We never talked about it," Macfarlane stressed of his 2018 A Shoe Addict's Christmas coaster. "She has a lot of gay friends." Cameron Bure was the reigning queen of Hallmark for many years until she left the network in 2022 for Great American Media. Speaking to the WSJ magazine that November, the actress praised Great American Media for prioritizing traditional marriage in its romance movies. Cameron Bure's remarks quickly sparked backlash from the queer community and allies before she issued an apology. "It absolutely breaks my heart that anyone would ever think I intentionally would want to offend and hurt anyone," Cameron Bure wrote in a lengthy Instagram statement. "It saddens me that the media is often seeking to divide us, even around a subject as comforting and merry as Christmas movies. But given the toxic climate in our culture right now, I shouldn't be surprised. We need Christmas more than ever." Macfarlane previously defended Hallmark's decision to feature more LGBT+ couples on screen. "It's that whole thing that was, why does me having visibility make yourself any less different? I think that we all deserve a place in the media, in the film world," Macfarlane told The Hollywood Reporter in a July interview. During his December appearance on The Tosh Show, Macfarlane further elaborated on representation in the casting process. "I don't know if I was ever limited, and I don't know if we're ever held for me, but network testing for a TV show is a big deal.